the family for generations. This place is steeped in history that you can taste in the glass. I'm here with Luis Martinez Lacuesta, and we're talking vermouth, and his family has been making vermouth for a few generations.
Yes, now we are in the fifth generation.
Fifth generation?
Yeah, because the next year we will be 125 years old.
100?
In the same family.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about vermouth, just simply. I know we're going to go into it more, but just so everyone understands.
Well, it's so simple. We produce the recipe using 24 different herbs, botanicals.
Wow.
And then we mix a white wine, we mix the botanicals, we add sugar, we add alcohol, and finally, for the color, we add caramel.
Wow.
So it's so simple.
But some of the herbs that you add, what are you adding to it? That's what really intrigues me with vermouth. I mean, when you taste it, it's just so aromatic.
Yeah, I think the main herbal used is the sea wormwood. It's called
it's wormwood.
ajenjo.
Wormwood, right?
Wormwood, yeah.
Right. Is that also what they use to make absinthe?
Yes, it's the same.
Same thing.
It's the same plant.
Yes.
And then we use all these plants that we can see here.
So tell me
I cannot remember all the names. But elderflower, small centauri, cinnamon, of course, vanilla, red sandal, nutmeg, hyssop.
Lavender. Wow, before I visited Lacuesta the first time, I had no idea so many aromatic ingredients went into vermouth. It's an impressive pantry of flavor. What I'm doing is I'm cutting some potatoes because I'm making these oven-fried potato chips that are going to be served with a boccheroni dip, really delicious. And I'm starting these now because these potatoes have to soak in water for 20 minutes. You can see what I'm doing is I'm making them paper thin. You can almost see through them, and that's what you're looking for. A mandolin's a great tool to use for this. Please be careful when you're using a mandolin. I'm not going all the way to the end of the potato. I'm going to stop, and you start with the next potato. When I put them in the water, I put them in separately so the water is in between the potatoes.
Hi, Angela, how are you? Angela is going to make us a cocktail with using two vermouths of Lacuesta, and it's called Juanita cocktail.
Oh, you've named it after me.
Yeah, it's like your name.
I hope it's good.
Yeah. Lo primero?
Vale, el primero que vamos a añadir es Martinez Lacuesta.
It's very traditional. We are now using the regular red vermouth.
All right. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
I love the idea.
Yeah. Okay, the second one is the extra dry.
Okay, extra dry.
Vermouth. We have two different white vermouth.
Okay.
We are now using the extra dry.
Yes.
It's less than 3 grams of sugar per liter. Okay?
I just want you to know in the background you can hear they're all working.
Yes,
making
because
vermouth.
we are working.
Yes, exactly.
In the cellar, of course. Okay, this is egg whites.
Okay, yes. I love egg whites because they make the drink frothy.
Yeah.
It's really a nice texture.
Foam on the top.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, the next one is...
agave syrup. Now that's very interesting. It's a really nice sweetener.
El agave le da dulzor, ¿verdad?
Eso es.
It gives sweetness.
Y le da consistencia a lo que es el porque es un al final con la clara del huevo.
Okay, the last one is pear juice.
Pear juice with the spices and the herbs that are in the vermouth with pear.
Yeah.
It will be a perfect combination.
Yeah, to get the balance.
Yes.
Finally, the balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's done this a few times.
Yes. 2 cubes of ice.
That drink is really lovely. Wow, it looks amazing.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
Wow. Oh, it smells so good. I can smell the, it's so wonderful. You can smell the vermouth and also that wonderful pear. Wow.
Delicious?
That is excellent.
Thank you.
I am very proud to have my name on this cocktail. Seriously, it is delicious. I'm making a favorite tapa that comes from Spain. And I say a favorite because it's delicious, but it's also simple. Just put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil into your pan and then wait for it to ripple. And this is definitely rippling already. So I'm adding some garlic to it, just very thin slices. I don't want the garlic to take on any color. I just want it to scent the oil and to be nice and soft. I'm also adding a pinch of crushed red pepper. I like that little bit of hot because the hot's nice and then you've got the sweetness of the Amontillado sherry. Okay, I told you easy. And next I have some large shrimp that have been peeled and deveined. And I'm adding a sweet pimenton first, probably about a half teaspoon. And I'm also adding one that's hot and very smoky. And that's just a quarter, not too much. Remember, a little bit goes a long way. Don't forget a little bit of salt, too. And they smell so good. It's that garlic. Don't overcook your shrimp. You can see right now, this is a good example. See how they're kind of grayish and they haven't curled? Well, look at the difference between that one and this one that's cooked a little bit more. The more it curls, you know it's going to be done. Don't overcook them. They cook so quickly. Really 1 to 2 minutes is probably all. All right, see how they're curled? We know they're done. Feel them, firm to the touch, they're done. So we've got a lot of great flavor still in that pan. I call that the love in the pan. But what you want to do is add a little bit of Amontillado sherry. And I turn that on high, and I'm going to reduce it until it's about half of the original quantity. You can scrape up those bits that are on the bottom of the pan. That will add a lot of flavor. All right, now you can see that that's really reduced. I'm adding the shrimp back in just to warm them up a little bit. You can serve these warm, you can serve them hot, and you can also serve them room temperature. They're delicious any way you serve them. This kind of coats the shrimp. You can see how beautiful they look. And just a little sprinkle of parsley on the top. It looks like all of them are chilled, are they?
Yeah.
What should we try first?
I think we can see the evolution of the vermouth depending on the age.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the first, the regular, the same recipe since 1937.
Wow.
Same recipe and the same
Yes.
label. Huh?
Oh, yeah, I know, I love that.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful nose. Now, when you put your nose, what do you get first? I kind of get some cinnamon, right? I've
Yeah.
got some,
Cinnamon, vanilla,
yes,
anise.
yes. Wormwood,
Wormwood.
lavender. Wow.
I think it's the most natural.
It's beautiful.
Of the.
And I love that kind of dry, soft
Yeah.
finish. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, but the entrance is a little bit sweet.
Yes.
And at the end, it's bitter.
Right. Yes. But I like bitter.
The second one is the Vermouth Reserva. This vermouth is the same vermouth, but aged for 7 months in new French oak barrel,
Okay.
very toasted inside.
Okay. And the color difference?
Not so
Not
different.
so much.
It's a little bit
Not so much.
more amber color.
Yes. This is beautiful. This is quite different.
The smell is completely different.
It,
You
absolutely.
cannot perceive here the vanilla
you
and
don't.
the cinnamon.
They're much
This
softer.
toasted.
Yes. And I also think just a really beautiful balance of aroma. That one is just, what do I want to say? It's very sophisticated.
Yeah.
It's really,
very
and it's
elegant.
beautiful.
It's very
Elegant, thank you. Yes, that's a better
Very
word.
elegant.
Would you like to have the chorizo or the jamon with it?
Yes, the best accompaniment for the vermouth in Spain traditional is salad, salt anchovies
Oh, salted
or
anchovies.
pickles with
Wow.
vinegar,
Yes.
salt.
Vinegar and salt. Yes.
So it's a perfect accompaniment for the
Right.
vermouth. Okay, I'm going to try the third one.
Okay.
Is the vermouth aged in acacia?
Oh,
wood.
in acacia
Not
wood.
French oak, but acacia. The acacia barrels for the vermouth are used previously to make our white wine barrel fermented. Okay, so this is the acacia, completely different.
Wow, it is such a different profile.
Yeah, it seems sweeter than the others. It's more dense in the palate.
I love them all, but this one's really, it's very special.
Yeah.
I think it's just, I saw when you were pouring, it was a little bit viscous, but when you have it, it's really beautiful. It just kind of dissolves in your
Yeah.
mouth. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I love the nose.
You cannot perceive the toasted notes like in the Reserva,
Right.
in French oak, but it's more dense in the
Right.
palate. The last one is called limited edition, because we thought the vermouth can be aging longer than 7 months. So this is like dessert wine.
Okay.
So you can perceive oxidation
Yes.
notes in the. It's more complex in the nose.
Wow. Oh. That is seriously like nectar of the gods. It's nectar. That's a beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful vermouth, really. Thank you for making such beautiful vermouth. I'm a vermouth lover, and I am so happy right now.
Thank you.
It's been 20 minutes, so now I want to drain the potatoes. And now we need to dry these. So just take some kitchen towels and put your potatoes out on the towels. And spread those out a little bit because you really want these nice and dry. Otherwise, they're not going to brown in the oven. And then I have a second towel. Just place that right on top. And you can dry all of them at once. You don't have to dry them individually. You'll be there all day. If you see any excess water, you can just use your towel and dab those. So that looks good. And now you can take those dry potatoes and you can put them in a bowl. I'm pouring a little bit of olive oil right into the bowl with some salt. I'm just using a little bit of salt now, and then I'll add a little more. Always remember, potatoes need a little bit of salt. These little oven potato chips, I really like them, so you kind of have to keep them away from me. I'm placing those on a baking sheet that's lined with parchment paper. I place them very close together because as they cook, the potatoes will shrink. And just a little bit of salt right on the top. Now these go into a 350-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes, and I'm cooking them. While they cook, what I do is I turn them over periodically, maybe 2 times during the cooking, and they'll be beautiful and golden. And you might want to turn the pan in the oven too, depending upon how evenly your oven bakes. These are boccherone. These are a really delicious white anchovy that comes from Spain. And what I love about them is they put them in vinegar, so they have that nice tart vinegar kind of flavor. They're just delicious. And with potato chips, we need some kind of dipping sauce. So I thought it would be fun to do white anchovies with some garlic and shallots and a little bit of parsley and vinegar. I think it's gonna be really, really great. And now I'm adding the shallots that have already been chopped. I'm also adding garlic that's already been chopped. You can see it's fairly coarse, so I wanna mince that. And a good amount of parsley. Lots. And you can just chop all of that together. This was inspired from a sauce that they make in the south of France called anchoyade, and it's made with anchovies, but not boccherone. They're not the white anchovies, they're the darker ones. It's so good. I just use a bench scraper to transfer this into a bowl. I think those chips are done now. Yes, for sure. How beautiful are those? I could easily eat that whole pan, and anyone that knows me knows I'm kind of obsessed with potato chips. It's, my family knows it, everybody makes jokes about it. But anyway, I'm gonna add a little bit of vinegar, not too much, because those boccheroni, remember I told you that they have a little bit of vinegar on them already. So just a little, and then also some black pepper. And a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Just a couple tablespoons. And stir that together. I'm stirring it together, but I'm also mashing it just a little bit. So just using the back of the spoon to mash it. Now what I really need to do is to taste it. So I'm gonna grab a tasting spoon. Oh, why don't I just taste it on a chip? Gives me an excuse to eat a chip. Wait, listen. That's what you want. Oh, see? Can't help myself. Mmm. Wow, delicious. The thing that I love about boccherones is they're much milder than an anchovy. They're really, really delicious. And then with the shallots and the parsley and that little bit of garlic, this is so delicious. I think I have to have another one. Don't tell anybody. I love this. This is Logroño and fantastic tapas. Check out this street. I'm going to. Whenever I come to Logroño, I make a beeline for this place because they make the most incredible tapa that I want to show to you. They've been doing it for 46 years. Come with me. What's great is that every bar has a specialty, and this one is the ultimate. Look how simple this is. Mushrooms grilled on a piping hot flat top capped with a little shrimp. The recipe is a secret, and every time I watch, I'm always wondering what's in that plastic bottle. I've asked so many times, but they won't tell me. A perfect hot bite served with wine. Perfection. As the tapas bars start to close, it's hard to believe that just a few hours ago, the streets were so crazy busy and bustling with energy. I think I'll have just one more bite and a nightcap before I head home. Okay, this is going to be my last stop for the night because seriously, I've been tasting all along the way, but I couldn't resist this. I got some red peppers. Yeah, I love these peppers so much. And also with some anchovies. Peppers are so sweet. With the anchovy, really delicious. And then the tomato salad, I could never come here without getting this. Tomatoes, peppers, and onions. Seriously, it's such a simple dish, but it's delicious. I love a little extra pinch of salt. That is so good. And what's great about these onions is how sweet they are. It's kind of amazing. Really, really good. When onions taste like that, you just can't stop. That was one of the peppers. Spain, Rioja, peppers. They're just, it's like, it's a kind of a perfect marriage. But my favorite, and they're all my favorites, is I love these. These are pochas. They're all different kinds of beans. And with tomatoes, chorizo, they're really fantastic. But the thing I love the most about this, the food is amazing, the wine's incredible, but it's the conviviality. It's just the energy that's in this room. I think it's a really special thing, and I don't know, it's a perfect night for me. I love this. So wonderful. In Spain, as you can see, tapas is much more than an appetizer. It's really a way of life. You can do the same at home. Choose a great bottle of wine, make a few tapas, and share them with your friends and your family. Salud.
You can visit our website to find and print selected recipes, get information about each episode, learn more about Joanne and the show, see behind-the-scenes photos, provide email feedback, and more. It's all at joanneweir.com/plates-places. Joanne Weir's Plates and Places is brought to you by...
With AMA Waterways, guests can climb, pedal, and journey beyond the beaten path while cruising on storied rivers across Europe. You can find out more at amawaterways.com.
Our winemaking is the result of teamwork and patience. Working together, we dedicate our best efforts with every vine, grape, and bottle. Washington Vintners.
Since 1899, my